The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, glad you've come along with us. Trey Smack will kick this one off. Off we go from Raymond James Stadium. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on 1st down. Second down throw for Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Baker going to give it to Irving. Give him 14 on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Right back to Irving. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 2nd down, Baker throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Upton. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's good for a 1st down.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one caught at the 4. And the Bucs going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. Mayfield. Tough in there on the sneak.
There's no way he's not in.
Squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Irving.
Yo.
Trying to crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
And after putting together what's
No
been a
fucking
long,
way.
methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially
Not even
out.
look at where it
This
is.
defense, they can get a
It's not even a
here.
yard.
I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
That is brought
Ridiculous,
in
yeah.
the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His 6th touchdown now for the season. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Bo Melton on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
From the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's got it. That's a first down at the cross midfield. And down to the 47-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He'll work forward for a couple. Alexander Loney in for the tackle.
gain of 2. Brings up
Second down throw for Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A big gainer for Green Bay. 32 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Back
Okay.
to the end zone, but it is incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love.
Big.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Trey Smack on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. run it. It's Irving. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Javon Bullard there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Mayfield. That is into the hands of the tight end, Bauer Sharp. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll run with Irving. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football. They begin with a 3rd down and 3. And his receivers liking it. He'll just throw this one away, and it brings up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Oh, the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Irving. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Baker to throw. They'll swing this out wide to Irving. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5.
Throwing is Mayfield. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Forced out wide. Good blocking, and he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Buccaneers. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The kick is good. However, there is a penalty flag down. The defense might have gotten a head start.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
on the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing on second down, Love. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. Yaya Diaby getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
For a first down.
They'll go again here with Irvin. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Ball
7.
right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Mayfield. Rolling right. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they will get another play off. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. To the sideline, it is intercepted. Picked up by entering Cooper.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as he gets this one past the 30.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped pretty quickly. Scramble. Let's give him 2 for that one. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Love. This one out to Watson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Daniel Whelan now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Take it in, back at his own 12. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. They field to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of it. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, set, ready.
On the bootleg, it's Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
The whole idea of moving the pocket, Mike, is to alleviate the pressure that it puts on your offensive line. But with having said that, you have to get the front side defensive end accounted for. If you don't, the entire play is blown up, and that's exactly the case here.
Dayton Reed was the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
11 yards. And it's 3 and out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. This from an even 50 yards out. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Mikey Smith there on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and
See what they have for 2nd and 7.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Ready?
Here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one caught as Matthew Golden. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It was clear this offseason this was an area of emphasis. They wanted to continue to fortify the interior of this defensive line, and with this young player, they think they've got themselves a good one.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Love to throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
And they'll bring this near the 1st down marker. They're going to spot them, let's say, a yard short. So a 3rd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And this will be a Bucs 1st down. And he's able to get it up to the 37-yard line.
That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Irving. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Oh, he shanked it. Headed straight for the sideline.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Come on, set. Ready?
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7.
Black open. Right. Green.
Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Packers.
Ready. 33. Yellow. 10 cycle.
In motion, Reed. On 1st and 10, here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. The man in motion is Watson. On 2nd down, Love.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Irving, who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Javon Bullard there on the tackle. From the 23, here's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
He'll get that complete to Emeka Ibuka. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd down.
Now they've got 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, they get the takeaway they needed. It is intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. A huge play in this game, and now the defense is given the opportunity to tie this one up as they've cut the deficit to just 2. What a big play.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I mean, they find themselves trailing here in the 2nd half, and not only does the defense make the play of the game, but as you said, they got a chance now to go for 2 and tie this thing up.
And he will not get in. They will fill up empty on this try for 2, unable to tie this football game up. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 1st and 10.
Good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
They'll run back out of Syracuse. Sean Tucker. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 7-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 31 yards.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the
Here's a run. A short game. Down to the 7.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. Taking off to the pylon, he's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9.
Packers 12. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Melton now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. In a comfortable receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. And he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line. Trailing late, it's got to go here. It's 4th down. Will take their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll go for it. Love. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Flush to his right. He's going to run it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Packer 1st down.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Throwing is Love. This one is caught by Reed. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Packers. Back to throw is Love. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down? They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
17 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Now, Love. That complete to Jacobs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. You put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That's caught by Golden, right side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Ready, set.
Jacobs. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. And they're not going to get another playoff here. So a lot to do as we hit the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd down, goal to go. One more time, it's Jacobs. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll let Jacobs try to run this in. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he'll look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's gonna wind up losing a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. On the run to the right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll only manage a couple here, so better than throwing it away, but now they are going to face 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Mayfield. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Love. This one out to Watson.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front. The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So a win here for the Buccaneers. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.